Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to week number 4, which is Enterprise Blockchain Week, brought to you by Access Blockchain Association of Malaysia, along with its many media partners, including Bitcoin Malaysia, Blocklime, ETH TalkChain, Grenade and Ad Media, DeFi Singapore, and Imperium Universe. What is Enterprise Blockchain Week? Enterprise Blockchain Week is part of a larger event called Malaysia Blockchain Month. Basically, every single day for 6 weeks, we bring you new educational content 1 hour every single Monday to Friday, same time, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. And every single week is a different theme. On the first week, we covered all the developments that's happening locally in Malaysia. Week number 2, we covered DeFi. Week number 3, we covered non-fungible tokens, NFT. And now, wow, we've already passed 3 weeks already. And now we're entering, into the second half of Malaysia Blockchain Month. That is with enterprise blockchains. What are enterprise blockchains? We'll come to that in a little bit. On week number 5, we're having a lot of developer boot camps. In week number 6, we're ending Malaysia Blockchain Month with a 2-day conference called Ignite. Ooh, 6 weeks of events is a lot of events. Why are we doing this? It's because as an industry association, Access has a mission to grow the industry. And how do we do that? Is by helping to deFOMO the space, to increase education and help more people to learn, to enjoy, to experience, the technology that is already available today. What kind of industry are we looking at? We're looking at an industry where digital assets live on the internet and they are secured by decentralized computer networks called a blockchain. And if you add all these digital assets up, beginning this year, it hit a record of $1 trillion that took 12 years in the making, right? But guess what? We're only in September, 9 months in. It took 12 years, to get to 1 trillion. In September, we've already doubled to $2 trillion. That's how fast this industry is growing. Now, the question is, how are we able to capture opportunities in this fast-growing industry? Are you preparing yourself with the correct language, with the right kind of skills? Even if you're a technical or non-technical person, there are opportunities for you. This week, we're covering enterprise blockchains. What are enterprise blockchains? Here's a quick starter. We've done Enterprise Blockchain Week before, but here's some really very important precursors that you need to know. Number 1, not everything needs a token. Okay, so this week, in enterprise blockchain, we're looking at how can you use distributed ledger technology to solve problems. And you will learn that these various technologies that we have in line for the next 5 days, from Antchain to Hyperledger to Consensus Quorum, is all about solving problems in the industry. And it's all about solving trust gaps, reducing intermediaries, and increasing efficiency and transparency, thus faster settlements, finality, etc. And that is the adoption that we are seeing that is growing. What kind of examples can we see? We can see, like, for example, very recently, the recently concluded Euro 2020 Cup, there was awards, that was being given out. One of them being the Cristiano Ronaldo earns the top scorer blockchain trophy. These are trophies that are digitally issued and secured by Antchain, for example. And all these scoring stats, okay, that moving forward for the Euro, okay, 2020, for the Euro Cup will be recorded, okay, and secured by the Antchain ledger. So it's very, very interesting, these kinds of developments that's happening right now. Antchain is one example. We have them here today as a special guest. Uh, it's not the first time we have invited Antchain. They have visited Southeast Asia. In fact, in the last 1 year, there's a lot of things that have been very exciting that has happened with Antchain. One of them being the blockchain transmission network that they launched, which enhances the throughput of their blockchain network by 186%, reducing the bandwidth cost by 80% and cutting transmission latency by 40%. So I'm not going to, what's that? Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our special guest today. We don't have just one, we have three of them. Okay. They are Derek Loy, Bernard, and Fang Hui from Antchain. Uh, Bernard, Fang Hui, Derek, welcome and thank you very much for being our first special guest for Enterprise Blockchain Week.
Hey, thank you, Jason. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, very quick introduction. Derek is the general manager of the international business in the Intelligent Technology Division under Ant Group. Derek, can you maybe give an introduction, okay, of Ant Chain, Ant Group, and your colleagues here?
Absolutely. So maybe let's start off with first and foremost again, right? Thank you, Jason, for that introduction. We are really excited to be here to kickstart the Enterprise Blockchain Week, which we are really very proud of what we have and what we do. A quick introduction of myself. My name is Derek Loy. I'm the GM for the international business of the Intelligent Technology Group in Ant. Now, what we do is essentially to translate and provide all the capabilities that powers the various end services today, fintech services such as Alipay, the financing capabilities such as Huapei, Jiepei, the loan services that we have, obviously the digital banking capabilities and rollout that's happening all over Southeast Asia. We have packaged all these capabilities into enterprise offering, which we are now providing to enterprises large and small all around the world. Now, what exactly does this solution or capability do? Is essentially to make trust simple, right? We do understand that today, due to COVID, due to the explosion of the digital economy, there's a huge influx of transactions into the online arena. But when you are faced with so many possible transactions, how do you know which digital transaction that you can trust, which is the one that you can transact with confidence? And this is exactly what we hope to solve or provide the solution to, and that is to enable trust so that you can transact with confidence, thereby really promoting and accelerating the digital transactions and economy, and connecting B to B to C. So that's a
Right.
quick introduction. Bernard, he's the director responsible for channel management as well as lead generation. He takes care of both the internal and the external channel partners. And Fang Hui, he is the leader for my technology and engineering team. And he has a team of developers and engineers that are customizing and localizing the various solutions that we have to suit the ASEAN and to suit each individual customer.
Okay. Thank you so much for the introduction. Now, I think we are very excited, okay, to learn what is new. What has been the developments that have been happening on Antchain side in terms of adoption, in terms of use cases in the last 1 year.
Absolutely. So allow me to kickstart a quick introduction so that we can really deep dive into some of the capabilities that we have. But before that, right, I just want to quickly introduce N Group to those of you who might not have heard of us before. We actually aim to create the global infrastructure and platform to support digital transformation of the service industry. We strive to enable all consumers and SME businesses to have equal access, right, to financial as well as other services, essentially to promote financial inclusion that is green and sustainable. We are known to be the owner and operator of Alipay, which is one of the well-known leading digital payment platform, not only in China but also now in Southeast Asia. That's connecting millions of users. At the same time, we have also introduced Alipay Plus, which is a global cross-border mobile payment and marketing solution, which enable merchants to better serve customers all over the world, right, by collaborating with global partners. So just a quick introduction. Uh, if I may, to also now just again revisit Intelligent Technology, which is the group that Bernard, Fang Hui, and myself are from. We basically strive to connect industries into the onto the digital highway of trust, thereby accelerating adoption and growth of the digital economy. Now, Antchain Plus, which is our brand name of the portfolio that we have, is dedicated to building the foundation of trust with innovative technologies, including enterprise blockchain, AIoT, and data analytics and intelligent risk management. End of the day, we want to develop mutually trusted, highly efficient, industry-specific solutions to support industry collaboration and value creation. This is just a diagram to really, simplify and summarize what I've just shared. We want to make trust simple. At the end of the day, we don't believe in just putting forth technology, right, for technology's sake. So what we do is to combine and integrate trusted technology components such as enterprise blockchain, secure computing, AIoT, data security, data privacy, and to blend them right with the right industry pain points in order to then provide a solution that simplify and enable trust for that particular industry or specific vertical use case. If I were to picturize it, this is how the end chain plus stack looks like. End of the day, we do have the basic blockchain as a service, which is what you see at the bottom. BaaS stands for blockchain as a service. We have developed close to 12 modules that are easily mixed and matched within this platform as a service offering. That includes capabilities such as smart contract management, backup and recovery. We also have a partnership with Intel to put a secure enclave on a customized chipset to ensure what you call in compute encryption. So and so forth. These are the capabilities and modules that we have created so that customers can pick and match or pick and choose, right, which modules serve their needs. Now we are able to run this on multiple clouds, or what you call hybrid clouds. But obviously we have productized this on Alibaba Cloud so that it's also easy for the customers to consume and leverage or make use of Nchain's blockchain as a service. Now, at the end of the day, we also understand that blockchain is but a technology. What we more firmly believe in is to create industry use case via opening up the API and SDK. And that's exactly what we have done. So if you look at the end-chain solution layer, we have created industry use cases around traceability as a service. This is an area that we are hugely successful in at the moment with proven deployments in cold chain, food monitoring, fabric and fashion distribution, vaccine traceability from lab to arm, like what we always say, to ensure that the vaccine batches are not only transported in the optimum condition, both in terms of temperature and humidity, but also to make sure that they are arriving into the right hands, in the shortest possible time. Another vertical use case that is, really well received is Trustable. which is our supply chain finance platform, which is already in production. So we have partnered with DBS, for example, and they have launched Trustpo to their SME customers so that they are able to transact with confidence with SMEs in China as well as SMEs all around the world. Now, this platform not only provides a digital settlement platform, capability for payment among SMEs, it also incorporate various financing options from the participating banks, as well as logistic and shipping capabilities, so that you are able to track and trace, right, the shipment, the cross-border shipment of goods that are transacted between the SMEs around the world. Another really exciting feature of Trustable is the fact that you can also do a credit risk query for any potential SME that you wish to trade with. In today's digital world, where everything is digital trade is becoming the norm, it is sometimes important, right, to understand the profile of the SME that you are going to trade with, and this query allows you to do just that, right, for SMEs around the world, especially the entire SME merchants in China. Another area that we are really proud of that has been deployed is copyright protection. And this is what was also implemented for Euro 2020 beyond the top scorer cup, Ledger Cup, top scorer contest, that was put onto the ledger. Copyright protection is all about ensuring, right, that the media and the licensed distributor are protected, so that if there's any infringement of this licensed media and how it is broadcast or streamed or distributed, this infringement would be captured and then be provided back to the license owner so that they can take the appropriate action. Now, this is applicable not only for sports, content such as Euro 2020, such as English Premier League, which you are probably familiar with. It is increasingly becoming relevant for short videos, video blogging, as well as creative content, right? That is, a popular among various video blogging platforms today. So this is something that is really exciting. As we work from home, we also entertain from home, and therefore increasingly there's a need to protect the rights of different creative original creators, so that they can be motivated to continue to create more exciting content for all of us. Last but not least is NFT. This is really exploding at this moment. And for Antchain, we have adopted a dual chain strategy because we firmly believe that at the end of the day, you would like to not only mint your NFT, gallery, or what you call dashboard, to have the dashboard of NFT articles that you wish to, put on sale, or wish to show to the entire marketplace. But at the same time, you might want to have not only you might not only want to capture the Chinese marketplace, but also the international marketplace. And that's why we have created a dual chain platform that allows you to transact your NFT not only with the Chinese marketplace. The entire China population will be your market. At the same time, we have another platform that is built on Ethereum that allows you to connect to OpenSea as well as Rarible. Now, these are some of the blockchain offerings that we focus on. At the same time, we also do have non-blockchain offerings that complement the blockchain capabilities that I've just described. What is well known for us would be eKYC, right, which is all about facial identity verification, especially in the contactless domain, which is increasingly being adopted due to COVID, for financial services, telco services. When you try to subscribe to a new telco line, a new mobile line, instead of having to go to an actual shop, you are now able to do a eKYC verification and actually apply for a new mobile line or new telecom services, mobile services from the comfort of your home. Other services that are really taking off would be anti-money laundering, risk control, which we have a product called mBuckler. eSign is our equivalent to DocuSign and Adobe Sign, but the key differentiator is that we actually tie it to an eKYC rather than to a mailbox. And last but not least, supply chain finance is what I've mentioned earlier. But in this case, this is specifically focused on the shipping network. What we have done is with Costco as well as Hyperloyd, we have developed a global shipping business network platform where we have automated and digitized the entire bill of lading so as to truly accelerate and enhance cross-border shipment of goods. Last but not least, Mosque is one of our federated machine learning model, which really helps to a new digital bank or a new financial institution to be able to assess and better do e-promotion as well as credit risk rating for the newer digital banking services that you might be offering to the market. So that I know it's a bit of a, it's a bit of a portfolio, too much of a portfolio, but we are really excited to see how this entire Antchain Plus portfolio is, helping to enable trust among, the increasing explosion of digital transactions in the digital economy.
So, a quick question from the audience, who have been following Anchain's journey. When did Antchain became Antchain Plus?
It took place in the past 2 to 3 months, because like all companies, we try to always maintain and take the feedback from our customers. We constantly observe the market, and what we clearly see is that there is a trend towards vertical use cases, not just around blockchain, but also about how we can add on other capabilities, such as AIoT, such as secure computing, in order to deliver a vertical industry solution, right? Instead of just a blockchain solution. And that is why in the past 2, 3 months, we have evolved our portfolio to N-Chain Plus.
Okay, thank you very much. Please continue.
Awesome. Now that was a great question. Yeah, thank you, Jason. Now, if I may, from a blockchain point of view, like I mentioned, we are more than just providing a DLT capability. It is really about having not only the choice, right? And we do provide three choices of blockchain platform, which you can see right at the bottom, the second layer from the bottom. So it could be it could be my chain, which is N's own implementation and interpretation of our blockchain. But it could also be we do also offer Hyperledger Fabric as well as the Enterprise Quorum, right? Which these are the three flavors that we have already productized on Alibaba Cloud. Now we are able to also deliver this on AWS, Azure, any other cloud of your choice. This is the flexibility that we do provide to our customers. Now beyond this, if you move further up, these are the various capability modules that I spoke about earlier. That's then delivered through either strategic partners, solution partners, or sales channel partners. And this is what Bernard will be talking about later, right? Our partner strategy and partner structure. By end of the day, all these underlying layers are meant to put together, right, a industry use case that's around either finance, commerce, or public services, right? And these are the three areas that we are really, really, proud of. That we have done a lot in terms of delivering use cases for our customers. If I can just talk about fintech specifically, this is an area that obviously is dear and near to us. So this is where we have developed various capabilities, not only around blockchain, but also combining it with risk management. This is what I mentioned earlier. The product called MORSE, MORSE, and mBuckler, right? So this is where we have introduced credit risk management, trading risk management, anti-fraud, so that you're able to deliver more precise value-added services, right, to the customers for various digital banking needs. At the same time, be able to manage and reduce your risk, right, which is ever so a big concern, right, on in the digital world. Other than that, obviously, we do complement it with our data security offering around data compliance, security integration, and last but not least, with the digital identity verification capabilities, both towards the customer, eKYC, as well as towards the bank. So for eKYC, these are the various use cases that we have. But end of the day, sorry, end of the day, I just wanted to highlight some of them. Primarily, we do see a growing adoption for mobile services operator in order to have users to do SIM card registration without actually visiting a shop. We see a growing adoption in e-bank account opening, again, without you having to go to an actual bank to queue up. Uh, a a lot of financing services, digital banking services now being delivered by the new digital bank licensees. And last but not least, in online gaming, that's also an area where we do see a increasing adoption of eKYC. At the end of the day, Ant is really proud of our heritage because not only do we have eKYC, but we also have, the capability to work with you to develop a code scanning, platform, right, or code scanning option in order for you to then bring that convenience to connect small merchants with the larger population of consumers, out there. And these are the countries where we have already onboarded the digital identity or passports onto our eKYC solution, so that this can then be roll out in the shortest time possible, right, to meet the increasing demand that is arising due to the COVID pandemic and the restriction on mobility due to the COVID lockdown. Trustpool is something which I've mentioned earlier, and this is, all about making trust simple for international digital trade and financial services. Through this platform, we connect buyers and sellers, as well as the buyer and supplier banks, and to also provide a marketplace of associated possible financial services, logistics, tax services, and shipping, services. So this is something which really, reduces the traditional lead time of 3 to 4 weeks that it takes previously for a buyer in, for example, Malaysia, to connect with a merchant supplier in China, right, and to set up a trusted trading relationship, to bring in the individual banks, the various banks, right, to establish the credit trust, and to have the whole BPU process end to end in place. This typically took 3 to 4 weeks in the past. Now it's a matter of days, 3 days. So this is something which I think is really going to revolutionize digital trade globally. And I also mentioned about the credit query, which we call Trade Pass, and this is for the buyers and the sellers, the ability to now have a quick way to actually verify the credit history of each other, so that you can transact and trade with trust, right? And this is a sample of how the trade pass report will look like when you submit a query. And this query will be written in a matter of seconds. And this is, very much a differentiator, because now you can actually have do such a query for SMEs that is outside of your host country. I also mentioned about traceability as one of the enterprise blockchain solution that is very well adopted, because increasingly we are very concerned, not only with food safety, but also with immutability, uh, you know providence, ensuring that the product or the goods that is shipped from one location, from the manufacturing source to the destination, is as original, if not totally original, and contaminated, or not replaced, or there's not replaced in any way, right? So this is something that we are really proud of, and one of the successful implementation of this that has obviously been a key use case in the past 1 year is vaccine traceability. And over here, the key success criteria is about immutability, no leakage, ability for recall. And you can see how we have actually fully onboarded the end-to-end, critical stages of vaccine delivery from lab to arm, all onto a DLT, onto blockchain. At the same time, having the vaccine journey, secured is important, but it's also about how do you actually then make that data available so that you can reopen your economy safely. And this is where we have integrated it with eKYC, so that you can also use the eKYC verification to make sure and ensure that the vaccinated individual is then able to use to go into the streets to be able to do various activities that he or she has typically done, and this allows us to then reopen the economy safely. Copyright protection is also something that I've mentioned earlier. It's all about protecting the digital copyrights of licensed media, and this is what we did for example, Euro 2020. And again, it is a one-stop shop solution, that really combines the content provider, the notary, all the way to integrating it with the local judiciary. This is the architecture of how we have done it, which I will not go into details here. But again, happy to provide. Please do connect with us if you have a need for such capabilities. Anti-money laundering is also one of the other capabilities that we have, and the three pillars are around sanction screening, activity monitoring, which is transaction monitoring, and AML operations. Providence, I've mentioned earlier. So these are the four use cases, which I will not go into detail because I've covered them, throughout the discussion. So now I'd like to hand over to Bernard, who is the channel management, leader for our team. Bernard, over to you.
Sure, thanks, Derek. Let me just share my screen. Okay. Just to confirm that all of you can see it.
Yes, we can.
Thank you. So nice to meet all of you. It's really a great pleasure for us to be online speaking to you live today. So we are very excited to, in fact, soft launch this partnership program. We have been working on it for, in fact, a few months. And, I'm really glad that, we want to take this opportunity to share with you today. But first of all, let me share with you, what is the benefit of being part of the ecosystem of Antchain. Now you have heard from Derek. We have the whole plethora of solutions, right? Both blockchain and fintech, and these are very relevant in the digital economy, especially in times like this, in times like COVID. A lot of companies are innovating. So this is a great opportunity for you to scale your business because again, it expand your portfolio, right? Maybe you've been selling some solutions to your clients, but your customers are also going digital, and you want to expand your portfolio to include innovative solutions like blockchain and fintech as a service, and provide this to your customer. And secondly, definitely it's going to increase your corporate profile and visibility in the market, because you want to be ahead of the game. You want to be unique. So what is your unique value proposition to your customer, right? Because there are a lot of vendors out there providing similar solutions. And last but not least, really is about transforming your business, because you want to be a trusted advisor to your clients, because your customers are going on a digital journey, and they always are asking vendors and partners like how do they take the first step, right? So where are they in terms of the digital transformation? What solution they should look at? So this is a great opportunity, in fact, for you to partner with us to explore all these new market and opportunities. So we have put together 4 partnership model. It basically is able to cover in fact all the types of partners that you fit into. So for example, business value partner is all about working with us. We will enable you, we will train you, and you understand what types of solutions we have. Then we can co-sell together and go to the market with all these innovative and digital assets. The second one is solution partnership is really if you want to co-build specific industry solutions, because as Derek mentioned, blockchain as a service is a great technology, but then we want to have partners to build industry specific solutions for certain sectors or certain type of industry. So we want to work with you on that. And there are also partners who maybe just want to do system integration and do delivery services, or just providing operational services on the platform. So we are looking for all types of partners, whether you are a global partner or you have presence in a few countries, or you are just very focused on just specific market. We would like to talk to you if you believe this is the right value proposition and you want to work with N to go to market. So last but not least, this is where you contact us. We hope to hear from you, after this session. Thank you. Over to you, Jason.
Hey, hi, Jason. Can you hear us? Maybe you're on mute.
Sorry. Yes, I was
Yeah.
on mute. Thank you so much, for the very, very good overview, of an update of what's happening, on Antchain. Really, really great stuff. So much to talk about. Now, my first question actually is for Fang Hui, if he's still around. Okay, so my first question is on the blockchain in itself. Can you share with the audience how decentralized is Antchain? How is the decentralization done?
Fang Hui, are you on the call?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes,
Can you hear
Fang Hui.
me?
Yes. So the first
Can I-
question is, how decentralized is Antchain?
Okay. So we're glad to answer the question about the decentralization of under blockchain. So
Yes.
So decentralization is actually is an embedded feature for all blockchain networks. The same as under blockchain. Our under blockchain technology covers about distributed system, cryptography, and ledger technology. All these 3 core technologies are combined together to provide sufficient decentralization for all those financial and non-financial applications. For example, our under blockchain can provide up to at most above 1,000 nodes distributed in different areas, different regions, and also for the membership. Actually, the blockchain application layer can accommodate theoretically non-limited number of members to join the same blockchain. We call it a consortium. It's not similar to a public blockchain like Ethereum, but it can still provide equivalent capability to accommodate all those organizations, financial institutes, any players who want now data sharing in the same network. That is the advantage of Ant blockchain. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the Antchain blockchain is how they do the decentralization is that the blockchain is secured by thousands of nodes across uh, different regions, and the it's done sort of like in a consortium, okay, of members that consists, okay, of financial institutions who want to be able to benefit from the enjoy the benefits, okay, in a much more trusted environment. Hence, they are the participants, okay, to secure the blockchain network.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Okay.
I just want to add one more note. So our
Mhm.
Ant blockchain actually provide different types of consensus protocol. One of the major protocol we're using is so-called parallel EFT, byzantine fault tolerance protocol, which is very fundamental to back up on this decentralization property. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you very much. Derek, you have covered so many use cases. I do not know where to begin, but the one that really, you've covered from trade finance, okay, to Morse, to M. Buckler, but the one that really stood out to me the most was the vaccine administration. The the use case, okay, that you shared with us. Can I ask, is Antchain used in the vaccine administration in Southeast Asia?
Hey, thanks, Jason. So indeed, that is a capability that we are really, very pleased to have a chance to contribute and also make an impact, especially during difficult times like this. We have definitely deployed this all across Greater China, right? We are now also in talks with quite a few ASEAN countries as well as Middle Eastern countries to deploy this. And I want to stress that we are at a stage where it's not just about the pre-vaccination, which is important, right? Pre-vaccination is about ensuring the delivery of the vaccine, in a safe as well as the most effective way from lab to arm. But more importantly, we are also now being and brought in to look at how we can provide a equitable platform to also address the post-vaccination, right? Which is
Mm,
about reopening the economy. So having the vaccination status, the data that is then translated onto user-friendly formats such as QR code, such as the integrating with the right applications, such as the contact tracing application that's in country, as well as having eKYC, so that you are able to actually verify the identity, right, of the person and the environment or where he or she is, right? That is also equally important, right? So I think this is why I want to stress. We have deployed this. Is tried and tested, is proven, but at the same time, it's not just about the traceability in the pre-vaccination stage. It's also about the post-vaccination stage that's so important right now.
okay. Next question for Antchain is, what initiatives are you having right now to help more people to get to know about Antchain in Southeast Asia?
A great question, Jason. I have to admit that we can do so much more, and we are doing so, right? So now that we have finalized the Antchain Plus 2.0, rollout plans strategy that you have just seen, we are now officially going to formalize this into our Antchain Plus partner program, which Bernard spoke about earlier. All right, and that is due for launched in Q4 of this year. That will be targeted more towards the partners. At the same time, we are doing a series of online and offline events, similar to the Enterprise Blockchain Week that we are here today, in order to then reach out to more potential partners, customers, developers, to raise awareness, but also to take feedback, right? Most importantly, we want to listen and really understand what else can we do, right, to craft and fine tune our offering to really address vertical and industry needs.
Okay. So for those who are listening, okay, and watching this, if you're rewatching this video and you see any particular use case that you're interested to implement in your industry to solve a particular pain point yourself, get in touch with Bernard. This is his email address, bernard.chong@antgroup.com, to indicate your interest to be part of this partnership program, so that you can immediately begin a conversation on how you can use Antchain to solve that problem, okay, in your industry. I'm going to leave this slide on for a little while more, but meanwhile, okay, let's take some questions from the audience. But before I do that, I just want to point a very important disclaimer that none of the content shared throughout should be treated as any legal, financial, or investment advice. Please use this as entirely as a free resource, okay, to make it easy to understand, okay, this industry better. So let's go into the questions right now. So Afiq, first question, Afiq Yusuf asks, from the presentation, Antchain covered so many sectors. Do you have any blockchain explorer users can use within Antchain? Do you have any
Fanghui, you want to?
blockchain?
Hi. Okay. Yeah, I think I can answer this question. So it's regarding about the blockchain currently our Ant blockchain actually provide multi-layer interface for user to interoperate with our blockchain. One layer is a very no level. User can use our native API to read and write blockchain transactions and blocks. This layer for developers. Second layer, we also provide application interface. Is like an API surface. We expose endpoint API surface to users, so users can use this kind of RESTful API to send a request, HTTP request to our blockchain and get a response as a result. Okay, and then the top layer, we also provide Explorer NAG portal, or you can call it Explorer to view all those blockchain blocks and transactions in a very pictorial way. But I would say it's not like Ether Explorer, as you can say on the Ethereum. It has more functionalities for you to explore. For example, you can even manage your own network and account on this blockchain portal provided by us. This function is actually missing in public blockchain. So in summary, we Ant blockchain provide more functionality rather than just a non explorer.
Okay,
so
so there are a couple of other questions. Okay, this question is asking, okay, about how do you compare the traceability service of Antchain compared to another competitor chain? Before you answer that, I just want to show another one. Right. Apart from DBS, will you be working with other banks, okay, in Southeast Asia, and who else have you identified competitor in this space? What this shows is that a lot of people are kind of like comparing, okay, there are so many competitor chains and that. What is your mindset, Derek? What is your mental model when it comes to Antchain versus, okay, other competitor chains? What is the mindset that you have when it comes to that? What do you think about Antchain versus, competitor chains? Should we even be discussing, okay, about competitor chains? Is it too early to talk about competitor chains? Oh, Derek got disconnected.
Yeah.
I'm back. Sorry
Hi,
about that.
did you hear the question?
I believe I heard most of it.
Let me
Nick.
repeat the question.
Mm,
Um, so there are a couple of questions, okay, about what do you think, okay, of Antchain? How do you compare Antchain with competitor chains
mhm.
like VChain?
Got it. No, thanks for the comment. Definitely, I would say that comparison is inevitable. But for Enchain Plus, I think we pride ourselves on three things, right? That differentiates ourselves from our competitors. First and foremost, for us, it's not just about blockchain, right? It is really about integrating it with the relevant AIoT, which I have not even spoken about today, but we do have a huge portfolio of IoT devices that's equipped with the right, machine learning and the right footprint, right, from a small SIM card to a specially designed appliance, right, that's able to actually be attached to a container, all right, to actually do a tracking of containers. So I would say that for us, it's not just about blockchain, it's not just about financial use cases, but it's about combining it with the right solutions and tailoring it to meet the specific industry use case, right? So that's one key point I want to highlight. The second key point I want to highlight is it is of increasing importance that we need to deliver trust for digital transactions, and that's exactly what we do. But at the same time, digital trade and transactions increasingly will have to be with one of the largest market in the world, and that is the Chinese market, right? Be it the SMEs, be it the merchants, be it the consumers. And Enchain Plus exactly provide that coverage as one of the differentiators, so that you will have the largest market in the world that you can actually sell to and transact with. Last but not least, it is really about also having the use cases above and beyond the solutions that I've just described, that's delivered through trusted partners. And this is where Bernard has introduced the partner program that we have, that really focus on either having a business partner, a solution partner, that is ISV, a delivery partner, and last but not least, a services partner, so that it can addresses the various needs depending upon where you are, your own capabilities, but also the coverage, the global coverage, which we do have, almost around the world today. So these are the three differentiators that I want to highlight. Jason, you're on mute.
So this is the last question I have because we only have 2 minutes left, all right? And I'm going to take it. My question for you is, what does Antchain need right now for the next 6 months?
Sorry, what does Antchain need right now? Did you say?
Yes. What does Antchain need right now?
Both in terms of market development, in terms, sorry, can you be a bit
A
more
lot.
specific?
It's an open question. Like,
Open the question,
what?
got it.
Yes.
No problem.
If there's one thing, okay, that Antchain needs, okay, right now, okay, what
Mhm.
would that be?
I would say at this moment, Antchain needs, or Antchain Plus, right, for us to be to continue on the current success that we have, is for the right talent to continue to join us, right? So we have, very strong, talented professionals such as Bernard and Fang Hui, who's in various leadership roles. But increasingly, as we scale the business, to Middle East, to other use cases, we definitely need a lot more good talent, to come forward and join us. And this is where we are very much open, to working with not only talented individuals but also partners, right? So I think this is what we really need right now. Other than that, I think it's all about listening, and we have given you a couple of emails earlier. The platforms are available for you. Drop us your feedback. We'd love to hear from you, because we are all about listening and making sure that we meet your needs.
Wow. Okay. So thank you very much. It is very, very loud and clear that what Antchain needs right now is talent. So for those people, okay, who are exploring, okay, to use Antchain, please write to bernard.chong@antgroup.com to get in touch with Bernard, okay, and start a conversation. And next week, okay, we are also having a boot camp. You'll be singing Fang Hui again. Please stay tuned for that. With that, I'd like to thank Derek, Bernard, and Fang Hui again for being part, okay, of Enterprise Blockchain Week. Be back again tomorrow for day number 2 with Julian Gordon of Hyperledger. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening. Good night.
Hey, thank you so
everyone.
much, Jason.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Jason. Bye.